Okay, welcome to Manifest Unfiltered. In this podcast, this episode, Crystal and I have three topics for you today. We have the three reasons your manifestations are not happening. Then we want to kind of go into like limited beliefs. And then we want to talk about, wanting more in life and not settling. So I'm Randy, that's Crystal. We are mediums and energy healers, and honestly, we work with energy and our chakras and a Maria manifesting chakra to manifest anything you want. Was that okay?
Yep.
Okay. Kind of felt a little cheesy. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Okay. So the first topic is three reasons your manifestations are not happening.
Number one, you are not grounded.
Okay, Crystal,
And
what does that mean?
you can't I can't. So it's like I've met so many people, especially other mediums, where they're like, because we're used to opening and connecting so fast and then closing, they're like, I can just say I'm grounded and just visualize myself connecting to the earth. But it's a little bit more than that. It's like taking that time to bring the energy from above and then connecting to that energy, the earth energy, and having that nice anchored from above and below, and just being held there, and then allowing that energy from being grounded and the earth and everything around you to kind of mix and meet the other energy from above it about your midsection, if that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But then also, like, when you are completely grounded, and I think one of the ways you know you're grounded is that your worries kind of stop. You're not like in that flight or fight mode. You're not like, oh my gosh, is this right, is this wrong? Like, your anxiety goes down, your stress kind of goes down, and you just feel and have that connection to energy.
Yeah, like
Would you
my
agree?
my like my thoughts decrease. Like I'm not in my head so much either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And you just feel more calm, confident, secure. Like you just feel good.
Like, for myself, I would say like a really nice grounding exercise or a meditation. And I mean, yes, you can do it quickly or over time, but then I
Mhm.
think sometimes when you go too quickly because you're used to doing it too often, sometimes you get complacent and you start taking shortcuts, and maybe you're not as grounded as you think you used to be. But like, a nice one would take about, like, I would say like maybe 10 to 15 minutes every day,
Yeah.
just to calm your mind, have that connection to the energy around you, and then connect to that earth energy.
Okay. What's because that was number one is not being
Mhm.
grounded. Number two
Is you're
is
not connected to your team and your guides on the other side.
yeah. We kind of talked about in the other podcast, like why it is important to work with your team and how they do help you with your everyday life and manifesting and stuff. But what else did you want to share then if you're not connected to your team? Like it just makes life a little bit more difficult, hey?
Well, because it's like going into life with your blinders on.
Yeah.
Like, you see those super overly confident people, and I'm not saying anything bad about them, but they're not connected, but they just, come hell or high water, I'm right, I'm going for it, right? Be damn the consequences. And so if you're kind of a more of an anxious person, or you're just in the midst of a spiritual awakening, or you're trying to make some major life choices, and you have families to consider, children to consider, life to consider, like, we all have mortgages, bills, whatever you want to talk about. And if you take those things into account, you kind of tend to be a little bit more cautious. You might be a little more second guessing, is this the right thing for me? But when you're connected to the other side and you're connected to your team and you have that ability to have that open communication, and your intuition is like really strong. Sorry, you know, uh, that's the third one. But,
Oh
you
no,
know,
that's not what you wrote down on the note. So you might have four things. No, I think your intuition is still being connected.
well, I think your intuition really ties into your guides. So,
Yeah.
and when that's strong and you have that ability to trust that, you are least likely to be anxiety ridden when you make a major life decision or a choice.
Yeah, and you're very, yes, decisive. That's how I know when I am not connected with my team and I'm not touching base because I'm very indecisive.
Well,
And
and the
then
more grounded you are, the easier it is to
yes.
connect to your team and your guides on the other side as well and
Yeah.
build a stronger intuition. So they kind of like build off each other.
Yeah. It's so funny when I have these words come out of my mouth and I say, I don't know. Oop, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding. Not grounded, not connected. Okay, Randy. Like, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of my tail. That's my sign for me when I know.
Well, they're always going to steer you for your highest good, you know?
Yeah.
So, and you have that ability to say, is this the right choice for me? Is this the right decision for me right now at this time? Is this going to help me or hinder me? And, you're not asking them to make your choices for you because they're not going to do that, but they're going to help support you and get you what you need on your journey.
Yeah. What's your sign that you're not connected and grounded? Like, what do you say or do that kind of gives you that self awareness piece of like, oh shit.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Ooh. Hmm. Okay, I know what some of my patterns are. Like I'll get lost in like trash TV.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, or I'll go like, hyper focus in the news. And then that's my cue to be like, okay, kind of got like, I'll go down a wormhole of something. And then I need to go, okay. But I'm very like, aware of where I'm balanced and where I'm not balanced. I mean, I might choose to ignore it, and oftentimes I do, but I'm aware of it.
Yeah, at least you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So you're just getting lost in the world events and trash TV.
Yeah. And I do avoid like some tasks and things around the house that I don't want to do.
It's like like procrastination piece. You're doing everything else but what you should be doing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's your tail sign. I guess you know
Yeah.
what yeah, I think procrastination would be one of mine as well. Yeah. So the I don't know and can't make decisions, and yeah, procrastination would be huge for me.
So I don't really have a problem making decisions because I'm just like, fuck it. Either way, I know they got me. So I'll like sometimes just like, woo, let's go. Like, just make a decision. And,
Yeah.
maybe I should have considered things more often, but I'm like, either way, it'll be okay.
Yeah, like I'm an overthinker. I don't know if you're an overthinker then in that sense, hey?
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
What
should
about
be because
like
I'm a Virgo, but I'm not.
I like analyze every yeah. I'm always like, well, what about this outcome? And what about this outcome? Again, that's when I know I'm not connected or grounded. Yeah. Yeah. What about like, I don't know if this fits here, but like playing small, like minimizing yourself and just hiding a little bit more, not showing your true self, your authenticity, who you really are.
I think I
Like
could
what?
really see some people doing that because
Yeah.
when you're connected to your team and your guides, it's such an empowering feeling. It's like you got this
Yeah.
whole team behind you, and you're like, just you're gonna kick down walls and kick open doors, and your path is just gone. But if you don't have that connection, then you would feel very small, very alone, very on your
Yeah.
own.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just keeping you're like being aware of your guys' thoughts and your patterns and your behaviors or what you're doing. That's what will be your telltale sign that you're not grounded or connected.
I have noticed, like, because I'm going through menopause, so I'm a little harsh and I'm a little direct and I'm to the point. And I find that I'm like not all like lovey-dovey and kind words like I maybe did 5 years ago. Now I'm kind of like a fuck it around and find out sort of a person. And the severity of that will depend on how grounded I am. So if I'm really grounded and really connected, my
Yeah.
edge tends to be less.
That's true. I can see that.
Yeah.
Your fuckometer kind of just changes.
The kids were talking the other day how they were going to start making me flags. So when I was getting off, like the red flag was going to come up. There'd be a yellow flag for me for when I was getting close.
Hey, that's a pretty good system.
That's what we were
Yeah,
talking about on Saturday night. Yeah, we needed to start doing the flags in the house.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Darren and I were talking to you. I'm like, okay, so don't take anything personal today. Don't like, I still love you, but I kind of want to murder you right now for no reason. Yeah, so we're talking, we've been having those like the perimenopause conversations with a couple of ladies this weekend, and everyone's like, why? Why do we have to feel this way? And like everything just annoys me and I'm so irritable and da da da. So yeah, we need like a system. So like the flag system. Darren, it's a yellow day today.
Yeah,
Could
just
go
a
red,
card, you can just
could go
stick
to
it to the
green.
fridge. Just stick it to the fridge as a warning, like when you go to the beach and there's the red flag on the beach, the yellow flag, the green flag. Need that stuck to our fridge.
I like that system, man. We should just do that. And then get the
Okay,
husband's feedback.
so what
Okay.
was number 3 on our list then?
Not being clear, which we did cover clarity last podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not clear on your intentions, I don't even think you have to be clear on your vision. So
Yeah,
like you
it can
might,
be a little
but you have
murky.
to be clear on your intentions. Like, I want change. I want a better career. I want a partner who loves me and supports me. Like,
Mhm.
so you might not have a really honed in idea of what that job is like yet, but your intentions have to be clear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that involves your feelings, like I want to feel love. I want to feel acceptance. I want to feel, like I belong, a
Yeah.
community,
All the things, accomplishing things if it's a job. Yeah, all those things. So yeah,
those things that
focusing on
fulfill
your
you.
intentions and feelings. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think if you have your intentions down, from there, if you can't visualize it, then you can connect from feelings once you have your intentions. And then once you have your feelings and things, progress to that point, then you can start visualizing, and you
Yeah.
can bring that visualization. And for some people and for some, manifestations, it doesn't always happen overnight. It takes a long time to get that crystal clear so you have a clear direction, a clear path of what it is that you want.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
then
that's
yeah.
okay.
It is
I think
sorry, go ahead.
I think that too, that depends on how low your energy and your vibration is. Like if your energy is higher, your vibration is higher, you're more open. If the life change is a little less, like the more drastic it is, the steps kind of go in.
Yeah. Yeah. And just giving yourself that grace period and that time for it to happen. I just feel like a lot of people just want things now, right? Like the instant gratification piece. Like,
Yep,
but if you allow that grace period and just know something's going to take time, it just kind of eases things up a bit. Like it's less pressure, even like less doubt. All that stuff kind of goes away when you're just like, okay, I know this might take some time and that's okay?
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so those are the three things: not being grounded, not being connected to your team and your intuition, and not having clarity.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want to say before? Because this all ties into limited beliefs now, right?
Yeah, I would say like the clarity, we kind of went over what you can do to help that. Writing notes to yourself, daydreaming, utilizing some of those techniques. Find yourself a nice grounding meditation. Practice
Yeah.
that every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so funny. When you're a kid, we used to daydream all the time. And now as
You
an
get in
adult,
trouble for it.
yeah, right? And it is cool because when you're daydreaming, it does like your visions just like naturally kind of fall into place. And I'm like, oh, and then you can feel it, right? The emotions kicking because you're feeling it too at that moment.
Well, you can do it before I do it, like before I go to sleep at night. Like when I lay my head on the pillow, that's when I do
Hmm.
it. And I
Hmm.
do it when I wake up in the morning before I'm like fully awake. And I think that's what there's people on there now on YouTube saying and TikTok, like dream manifest. I'm assuming that's what that is. I haven't watched those videos,
Oh,
but
okay. I
you
haven't
know,
heard that yet.
because
Okay.
when you're dreaming, you're dreaming. But I'm
Yeah,
assuming it must be that stage like where you start to fall asleep.
probably. I mean, because everyone says that is your most powerful time, like just before you're waking up fully and just right before you're falling asleep. That's
It
just
is.
because everything's like you're not attached to anything at that time too. Like everything's just kind of like let go at that time too. And you're
We
not
used to
having
know this
resistance.
fact. Like that, what was that? How long do you have? I thought you knew this, but I'm gonna make you think hard.
Mm.
before, like when you wake, before your worries of the day start crashing down on you. Do you remember how many minutes that was?
I could be wrong, but I think it's like 90 seconds. If that, I think it's even less. Like, and whatever issues you had from the night before, like say you had an argument with your partner or a friend or spouse, and like you go to bed and you wake up and you start thinking about that same argument. Like you don't have much time before the same worries, feelings, stressors, replaying those moments over again in your mind. Like your brain doesn't know that's not happening. That's why daydreaming is cool because your brain doesn't know that's not real.
Yeah.
Because you're still going to have those emotions. You're still triggering your nervous system. Right? Like it's still physically happening inside your body. So, yeah, it's not much time. So, if you can catch yourself before you wake up, even doing like like Crystal said, a grounding meditation, or even just doing a couple of 5 deep breaths and just like, and then,
That's usually where I ask my guides too in that time, is to like show me like my one thing I need to
mhm,
know for today is in that space before I become fully awake.
yeah, yeah, it's just a precious little moment. Hey.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think I could be wrong with 90 seconds. It's probably less, honestly.
I know we used to know that, but
Yeah, and so what do people call it? The golden hour or the gold? I can't remember. Oh my gosh. You know what? I can't remember anything anymore since like all this perimenopause. I seriously struggle finding my words and I can't remember shit. I can't remember things anymore. And things that I used to know like very well, struggle like finding it. Isn't that oh, I hate it.
yeah, it gets better. No,
Oh, great.
no.
I love it. That's why I'm like, I have to write everything down now. I'm like, just to keep us on track too. Like, okay, so that's good. I like how we ended there, giving them a little tips and stuff like that.